Hello, folks. Welcome back to part two of the Black Sea Fleet battle. You know it's a good one if I've got to split the video down the middle into two parts. We've only sunken one Russian warship so far, but compared to the last attempt at this, all of the NATO forces are fine, which is good, apparently, so I'm told. F-35C, since we're here, single shot, fire! Hang on. Pause. Fire for effect. Weapons bay's open. There's it. AMRAAM waiting to come out. Looking for a thumbnail for part two, and this might be it. Right, he's just going to hang out in the area and basically be a flying center pod for us. So what we're targeting is a Caliber, but by just throwing a missile at it, it's another thing that the fleet doesn't have to defend. And what did it have for lunch? Oh god, sorry guys. So it's raining down. Again, this missile's pretty unstoppable. It's in connection loss, but I'm sure it's going to actually find something. I do wish this was as pretty as DCS. There's the Greyhound. Woo, the Vampire even. Miss. Swing and a miss. Hopefully, though, we'll roll those zeros enough bloody times here. So, I think I am just going to have to do it this way, aren't I? So, hang on. You are now clear of rounds. 16 rounds left on board you. So...
Engage track 715. Engaging track 7153. Salvo fire.
There we go. Next aircraft. I am probably just going to fast forward time at a point here. Actually, that reminds me. Single round.
Engaging track 7014. Engage track 715.
It's 9 rounds.
Salvo fire.
Plus 8 is 17 rounds.
Engage track 71.
Plus 8
Salvo fire.
is 24 rounds.
Engaging track 71.
Plus 8 is 34 rounds.
Engage track 716.
36 rounds.
Salvo fire. Engaging track. Whip it away.
He's very much just going to ripple these off, hopefully. Actually, to be fair, this is where the bones are going to be their advantage. Please shoot. Thank you. If I can get a second round in, I'll be happy. And that's just my safety screenshot right there. And just start firing them off. Pink, pink, pink. Right. Let's just find a way to
013. Greyhound away.
So the missile, right, has gone to absolute fucking space.
Contact faded.
Oh, it's self-destructed. Good.
Same launch. Same launch. Track 7013.
Just look at the volume of fire that's going down there.
Contact faded. Track 7.
It's a lot of rounds.
4, 2.
And obviously you've got your Greyhounds here, which is
Track. Contact
a
faded.
whole bunch of everything.
7, 1.
Oh, and then that's the Tomahawks coming off the ships,
Track.
which are still firing.
7, 0, 1, 3.
That's the thing with a Tycho. They've just got rounds.
Greyhound away. Track 7, 0, 1, 3.
Right, now Poseidon's. I'll start breaking you guys apart here. Because we are getting to a point where I'm going to start being worried about sonar buoys. Sorry, about sonar buoys, about subsurface threats. Drop line with spacing, 8 nautical miles, BAP. Is it, so is it, if I do... Oh my god, oh my god. If I do a BAP. Cool, I can't tell, but we'll just go to 10 times speed. We'll see what happens.
Greyhound away. Track.
F-35's just hanging out up here. He literally doesn't care. He's just acting as a radar platform, and the Russians can't touch him. It's quite funny.
1. Stay launch. Track 7, 0.
And you know what? As far as I can tell, Poseidon's probably the least offensive sounds we've got at the moment. And
Greyhound away. Track. Contact faded.
or if I just ride a missile here, watch this tactic.
Greyhound away. Track 7, 0, 1, 3. Greyhound away. Track 7. Greyhound away. Track 7, 0. Greyhound away. Track.
It is just going to be a while of waiting here. What I'll do a jump cut because there's nothing exciting going to happen for a few minutes, hopefully. So whilst I'm waiting for something to happen, I just thought what we could actually do is see what this F-35 is doing to evade this inbound. Because this is a sort of level of analysis we don't get in DCS. Where this F-35 was like, oh. Or is he just cruising around and the missiles are going dumb? Because of his stealth. No, he's seen it. Do. Oh, the other thing I did, by the way, is I brought our AWACS up closer. So the AWACS can now basically see into the Red 4 convoy. What that allows me to do is basically have these guys leave when they need to. And missile, I should ride the missile in behind him. Missile's coming down from space. He's chaffed, he's flared. But the missile's basically out of energy. And is dumb. Also, my upstairs neighbours in the Chapel Road. I know you guys can't hear it, but it's, yeah. I literally live on the queerest street in the town that, or the area that I live in, and I fucking love it. Because so I'm trans, my upstairs is a they them. I love it. So you can see we're now starting to get the. So wait to these guys. What are these guys' ranges to target? Looking like 70 miles still. Right, we'll dress that in obviously a bit closer. 20. Now the Russians don't have an AWACS. To be honest with you, I don't think they would have an AWACS at this point in the war. Because they've been losing the mid-rate of knots and they've decided not to commit them to the battlefield for a while, as far as I can tell. It's sort of turned into more into trench warfare, basically. But the EXs are doing their job. They're intercepting with their missiles. AIM-260s aren't that futuristic. They're probably 2-3 years away. And you know, if you basically said, look, I need a bunch of missiles to protect a fleet here, you wouldn't object to wasting an AIM-260 because AIM-260 is you wouldn't send you wouldn't object to sending AIM-260s because okay, you might lose some missiles that you'd rather not lose, but missiles are a lot easier to replace, even prototype missiles and sort of low production missiles, than ships are. A missile might take a couple of weeks to get a new one made. A ship is because of the sorry state of shipbuilding in the Western world, you are waiting literal years. Oh, F-35's in trouble. Is he? He is, actually. Oh, no, he's not. He's fine. He's F-35. Well, why am I saying he's in trouble? I don't even know. We'll wait for the rate of fire to start from the ships. This is going to mainly attack sort of the front half of the convoy. There is going to be a massive amount of fire goes in here, and they're not going to be able to deal with it. They're just not. Now this is sort of where I don't like the way Sea-Power codes this. Because, oh, different model of LARASM. This looks a lot more like Current Hills LARASM. So the reason I don't like the way Sea-Power codes this is Sea-Power makes me choose a target for it. In real life, you would likely, obviously this isn't unclassified, but this is extrapolating, you basically do a Tom Clancy using logic. You would fire a blob of missiles, and the missiles would be clever enough to decide amongst themselves, I'm going to go for this target, you go for that target, and so on. Like, this isn't new technology. It was in the 70s. The Russians were doing it with Kitchens. I'm going to say whatever their ship launch missiles were. Sorry, their subsonic missiles were. Yeah, Kitchens were probably doing it well. I think it was Kitchens with the really big, chunky, loud ones. And basically, one would pop up and turn its radar on, and then tell the other targets what was going on, who was going to hit what, or the other targets, the missiles. I mean, I guess they were targets from a NATO perspective, but right. We're targeting track 720, 7025 with those, which is this small echo here. What have I targeted? Oh, and a Nuchka. No, it's a that's 164. Hang on, that's strange. Oh, so apparently this is small now. That's a Gorshkov, I think, or a kit batter Gorshkov. Right, let's just. And you've got all the TLAMs going in now. And we've got Sonar Boys going in. That's going out against the Poseidons, I think. Formation Manager, Poseidon flight. Just get over there. Get out of the way. No, it's going for the bones. Shit. I think their missiles are going to be in before. Right. Okay, we're just going to... So in real life they would have turned cold. We're going to say that's what they did. And they didn't just act as big bullet sponges. Now, I'll be honest, I was confident that I was going to get this sorted so much I put my food in. We'll go to 10 miles range, then we'll slow down time. And I think I was overconfident, not gonna lie. So these SAN-7s, what are they? Oh, they're books. So this is what brought down MH17. Well, the non-naval version of this. I don't know what you do to make it a naval version. But they are genuinely quite good missiles, actually. They are obviously the cheaper version of the missile, but they are capable missiles. Oh, right. Rear round. In the rear. Safest place to be, theoretically. You can see the ships coming over the horizon, so they can now sight us. And again, we're going to just start wearing them away. You know, unlike the land batteries, there's no hope of these guys getting reloaded. So any missile they use against us, we can repeat fire, basically repeat fire. Two missiles left. One missile left. One missile left in the formation that's not been attacked. 3 times is a reasonable pace to go at, I think, here. To be fair, though, the Gramashi, the one that I've actually attacked, is the only one that's left, and apparently they're in the Pacific Fleet, so I must have used it as a stand-in for something else. Pause. Right, I'm going to use the map until we get to actual close range here, because I don't feel like I'm actually seeing what... filming this is difficult because you can't tell what you're actually targeting, particularly easily at least. Missiles coming in from space, so rounds coming in from space, I should say. Oh, gone. Right. That was the precursor rounds. Now we'll go for the actual main body of the attack, which is another 64 missiles coming in head on. They are being targeted. Well, they're being targeted at the buoy ends, so we'll see. Hopefully, they may get through a bit easier. Now, again, the good thing will be they're obviously going to be employing their guns. They will miss. They will attack each other. A good case study of this happening in real life. Gulf War. There was 2 of the battleships. I don't know which ones now offhand. Were sailing together, and the sea was on one of them panics at a flock of seagulls and shoots it. The rounds obviously go straight through the flock of seagulls and hit about basically the sister ship. So it's completely doable that you would do damage by with defensive fire. That's the reason CRAM has self-destructing rounds. You're firing over ground. What goes up must come down. The sea, you don't have the luxury of the sea. So, yeah. New list of ships to rush by project number, that would be handy. Get the project numbers because that's what we need. Yeah. Oh, they've all retasked themselves to target that one poor buoy. Great. First group of missiles comes in, I guess. Something will hit this buoy in the face. Like, there's 32 missiles coming at that bastard. He's got to get atomized by this. I know it says Gryphon. I think that's the mod developer, so because I've not given this one a name, it's just appeared as Gryphon. Main gun's going. Missiles are coming out. So that is basically a Panzer system he's got on the front that he's firing. Or the missiles from a Panzer system, I should say. But he can't do anything. This guy is doomed. He's doomed. He's doomed. You know he's a Corvette, but he's very heavily armed, and the fact the amount of rounds it's taken to kill him is impressive. Just seeing how close we're getting. We're getting very close now. So take measure. The lead missile is now 2 nautical miles exactly.
Contact faded. Track 7406.
Going closer, it's terrifying. This is a horror game. Thing is, though, you've intercepted one missile, there's a bunch behind him.
Contact faded. Track 7403.
Oh, here they come. Oh no. Nothing you can do. Just atomized. It's quite a cool shot, it shows the little thing there in the corner. That's, well, Buncheran's got wasted there, but like, he's going to sink quite quickly, I'd hope. For whatever reason, the missiles retasked themselves to the wrong aircraft, to the wrong ship, sorry. So we've so far managed to sink one ship. Great. Right, that's going to be a jump cut because I'm going to burn some food here. I was being very optimistic. Right, so I do feel like we didn't celebrate that enough, actually. The fact that we have sunken a Red 4 ship finally after a mere 1 hour and 40 minutes, which, to be honest, in naval terms, is reasonably quick. I also think there's puffs of chaff coming off, so this ship probably didn't chaff quickly enough, and that's potentially been part of his issue. I do think like a reverse version of this would be quite interesting to do. But yeah, he's going to start sinking soon. He's got to. Like, he's taken so many hits to the front of his ship. There's not a front of his ship left. You look at that angle and you're like, oh, I know he's sinking now. But like, it's fine. He's just a bit on fire. No, it's gone. Listen to the amount of pinging going on. So you can obviously hear the ship's pinging away. Oh, he's life raft's out. So that hopefully someone will come get him. But not until the attack's over. That's one of the things they say is like, even if rescue is on the way, treat it as though it isn't. Like, you cannot touch your supplies until you know someone's like, well, you can, but you've got to ration them basically. Dare I say it feels like the intensity of counterfire has gone down. No, here we go. Quickly double checking. No one who would actually be in danger is in danger. Good. Some batteries are about to disappear. The one I'm actually concerned about. And the ships, they can't actually do anything there. They can only defend themselves, which I'm fine with. You know. It's interesting that, like I say, the weight of actual fire though, because we've got main gunfire coming at quite a high rate. I suppose it is just main gun. There's rapid firing. There goes a chaff cloud. That ship's obviously the one we are targeting. Interesting ships are manoeuvring. Pause. So there we go. Let's just watch this guy meet his maker. He's got main gun going at it.
Birds away, track 7316. Multiple hostile air contacts detected. Contact faded. Track 7452.
Here come the rounds. Again, just atomizing head on fire. Oh.
Contact faded. Track 7459.
Uh-oh. This one missed, and now it's got a really good target here for Sterigushi class. And, sorry, Sofremini, I believe this is, sorry. Broadside fire, nothing anyone can do about it. Bang. That looked like 2 explosions. I don't know if that was 2 hits, but remember, you know, yeah, wow, look at that, blown a hole right through the middle of it. That's gone. Pause. So it's like a house of cards. It's as soon as you get those first few rounds in. Oh, it's a Krivak, apologies. We've now got a Buyan down and a Gramashi down and a Krivak. When we've now got rounds sort of starting to pour in behind for targets behind them. And you know, it is just that stack of cards. It starts falling down, and you know, when you start overcoming that weight of fire, you do get there. I am going to give the Tomahawk Spark to go in, then fire the rest of my Larasms. What's this ship here? That's another Krivak. What are we targeting? Oh, just another fleet oiler. Well, again, he's about to get atomized. So that the Okian here, I do want to chuck some rounds at him when I get a chance to. But the we've got a string of Tomahawks coming in. They are going to create carnage in a good way. What's this guy targeting? Semi-large at the back. We'll see. Oh, it's the dead one. That hasn't sank for some reason. What I'm going to do, I'm going to declare him neutral. The missiles will still hit him, but we just know he's destroyed. Right. Balls.
Track 7159 is classified. Hostile warship. Engaging track 7014. Salvo fire.
And then we'll go for the medium.
Engage track 7-1-6-3. Salvo 5. Whip it away.
So he's just peeling off his missiles again. The thing is, with the bones, like, yeah, they are. Hang on. You know, we've got a load of them, and we're not using them to their full effectiveness.
Roger. Turn.
Buster over that way, this way, please.
Roger. Gate. Whip it away. Whip it away.
We'll do 8,
Engage track 7-1.
16,
Vampire. Bearing 6-6.
16, 24,
Engage track 7-1-6-5. Salvo. Engage track 7-0. Whip it away.
there we go. We'll ride these guys in with these guys and fast forward time some more.
We're hit. Whip it away. Whip it away.
So there's a few vampires coming, but other than that, all the vampires are destroyed. Just look at the weight of fire. Like I say, that we're contending with there. These will be interesting to see, actually. We've got so many T-Lambs.
Contacts detected. Multiple. Hostile. Stay in launch. Stay in launch.
So yeah, you've got 2 Chilkin class fleet oilers, which have been sunk. A Krivak, which has been sunk. And we'll just say from perspective of these, we'll just jump back in.
Hostile. Air. Contacts detected.
Thing is he going to hit the Krivak? Going to come very close. This is another Krivak. I mean, at the moment he's going to hit him. So the collision physics are a thing in this game.
Contacts detected.
Apologies because it's two moving object and a stationary object. It's an illusion. Thanks for that lesson, Sam Cagliano.
Multiple. Hostile. Air. Contacts detected.
So this missile's diving down.
Hostile. Air.
So it's going to be coming quite low, so it shouldn't be targeted for a while now. Good. Oh, apologies. Apologies. Bam, ba bam, ba bam, ba bam, ba bam. Defensive fire coming out of the ships again. But you can see it just reduces in intensity every time. You know, you've now got no real missiles going out, just gunfire. I think we are really close to... oh no, they've had an lesion. So right now, if I could retask those 2 missiles, pause. Have them go for that guy. Because right now he's too busy avoiding a collision to do anything else. Or an lesion. Go away. But you've got some missiles out which are geckos. Geckos probably got a hit, to be fair. Nope, miss. Double miss for the gecko.
Contact faded. Track 7-5-5-5.
Double speed's probably a good way to watch this.
7-5-6.
Oh, Oh, an actual Sea Whiz, but it's engaging us, not the lead missile. Oh. Hang on. Hit. And that's Nanuchka 3. It's like I say, it's the house cards. And what this is, so yeah, we are going to start getting there now. You can see the T-lines are just getting closer. This one's going to fly into terrain, knowing my luck. Please recover. Remember, you navigate because you have a terrain map. You know what's ahead of you, you know what's in front of you. You do not need to bloody fly into some high terrain here. You're better than this. No. I wasn't about to do that. That's disheartening, isn't it? Yep, they were all about flying high terrain. Wonderful. Hopefully we've drained the missile battery, that's all I can say. Right, we'll do 8 rounds at that. I'm going to do it this way, I think. Um, 8 rounds. In fact, we'll do, yeah.
Engage track 7-1-6. Whip it away. Engaging track 7-1-5-8. Salvo fire. Whip it away.
I think this is the way to do this. So what you've got to do is select your aircraft, target it, let it get its first rounds off, then choose another thing for it to target, and so on, all the way through.
Roger. Turn.
8.
7-2.
Um, I reckon that'd be a Chilkin at the back. Let's see what happens. So you should be able to accept multiple targets at the same time. Yep. Wonderful. We've got a bunch of Chilkins. I think there should be a Chilkin at the top. I wish I could look, but I can't. In fact, I can. So the buoy is just dead in the water, for reasons best known to himself. So yeah, this is contact 7025. It's showing as a small size contact. Fabulous. Fabuloso. So what we'll do is bones. And
Engaging track 7-1-6-7. Whip it away.
him a chance at his last round. I'm not sure how many rounds he's got left now. 4 rounds. Let's trick him at that. Right, and hold the last bone in reserve. That'll be fine. Are they all flying in at terrain, or has this one got past? No, I think they're all flying in at terrain. Cack. Right, I'm just going to fast forward time times like 20 for a bit and just... You're going to see a whole bunch of violence happen as these missiles go through, I think. Obviously you've got a block of more LRASM coming in. But bear in mind, these things are doing 500 knots. What's the range to target still? I mean, it's going to be less than an hour, so that they won't get overtaken, but hopefully they'll basically cruise past and get massively shot up. That's the hope.
Hit track 7, 0, 1, 3.
Fabulous. Now, this is the Okean. So this is a... oh, I thought it was one of the bigger ones I was using. I apologise. Basically, it's a spy ship. It's playing one of the bigger spy ships. So that's absolutely fine to kill it. Basically, so there's a bunch of auxiliaries slash spy vessels, and we're just role playing that. We've discovered that that one is there and that one's a spy vessel, so we're going to sink it whilst we're here. I'm really hoping this gets close enough to attract some fire here.
Hit track 7, 0, 1, 3. Hit track 7, 0, 1, 2. Hit track 7, 0, 1, 2.
That's about a hit. Pair of them going inbound. It's a pair of them. I thought it was just the one, but pair's fine. And Glammo. Straight down. So he's playing one of obviously the bigger, like I say, intelligence gathering vessels. Hopefully we've not just wasted many millions of dollars by missing. But, like I say, these missiles are going to get fairly close. Yeah, there you go. They're being targeted. Amazing. It's exactly what we wanted. They are literally going to go and splash into the ocean and basically self-destruct themselves. But, yeah, you go 2 missiles out. Brilliant. So each one of those missiles is a missile they can't fire against one of our honourable friends. So it's the Krivak sorted himself out now. So he's firing all the missiles, but like I say, every missile, it all adds up. You got another, looks like the Mercury, which is a Corvette. Firing his main gun. A lot of the ships are actually correctly named as well. So Gramashi, I believe, wasn't, sorry. but like Mercury's correct. Grigorovich has been, yeah.
Hostile air. Contacts detected.
But like I say, that's two Sams. Okay, you know, they're not the newest. Yeah, they're all geckos, but a gecko will still kill a Larazim, you know? So what we'll do, we're not going to dwell too much on the decoys. Just tow them past it, so to speak. We're actually finding them very difficult to hit. Just wait until our Larazim's get in range for a bit of a pummeling. There you go, more Sams coming off. But, you know, they are going to hit them, but it's going to take them long enough.
On station.
That, yeah.
Buoy away.
Obviously, we've not come into to contact with any of the subs in this one. I did drop them in there, but, you know, by the nature of subs, they are a difficult find at times. And if basically they've not attacked us, we're not going to attack them. They'd probably, like, go back to Crimea or something, because there's well, it was a museum, but basically it's the underground, like an old underground sub pen. So let's just check our ranges to target on this blob. That is a big blob. 20 miles. Again, we'll slow back to normal pace at 10. I would hate to think of the cost of this battle. You know, we've got 15. I mean, each of these will be multiple million, you know, tens of millions of dollars. And we've got strings of 36. It's insane. But at the end of the day, okay, we've lost some aircrew, but overall, in terms of sort of big fleet battles, this is, from our perspective, we've lost no one. You know, we've lost practically no one, and that's quite impressive. We'll go to double. We'll do a cruise by with our friends the Black Sea Fleet. They go, oh my god, more missiles! Keep firing! Keep firing! But, you know, these have done their job. They've, okay, you know, I wish I targeted them better, but overall, they have very much done their job here. And then, like I say, over the horizon behind them are the Larazims, which are going to come and clean up. So overall, so do I think I've given NATO an advantage here? Yes. Is it an advantage they'd have in real life? I also think so. So generally speaking, Russia doesn't employ fast air when they have their when they have their brain go bird, when they have their SAM system active. That's sort of basically USSR policy, but it's about right still, right? Yeah, they so oh yes, the dead Boyan, that's fine. Is it on the bottom? It's on the bottom, bubbling away to itself. It's very dark. Okay. Oh, it's surprising. So that's why they call it the Black Sea, am I right, home viewers? I'm zooming out to the surface. That's a Grigorovich.
Multiple. Hostile air. Contacts detected.
We're at the 50-minute mark again, and we're... Okay, they're starting to give accurate counter battery fire. So they're coming in though. Obviously, they're firing chaff clouds, and chaff clouds are pretty late in the battle here.
Multiple hostile air. Contacts detected.
Okay, they've still got some of the good missiles held back, so it wasn't as effective. So in DCS, that tactic I just used there is actually incredibly effective. Like I did it in one of the videos, and it just cleared the way because they couldn't tell who was what was what.
Get track.
7156. Pause. So we've got one. We've finally killed that second Boyan. Good. And we're now about to kill what looks like a Grigorovich. Freaking fly, but giving a flyby with a wave to the captain of that. It's one of our patented waves with our middle finger. Yes, yes. What's that? Is that the Miga RCS? It's another Boyan. Oh, he's firing. Hard. That is action, isn't it? Like the way the ship's healing, missiles coming off the rail. It's interesting. Oh, that's the yeah, it's a kitbash, I think, of that launcher. Just a bunch of missiles coming through the middle of the formation. There's very little they can do to stop us at this point. Like, what will probably happen is towards the end of our little engagement here. I think we are getting to that end stage now because everything's got multiple targets on it. We'll keep that last aircraft in reserve just to see if anything else comes through, but yeah. It's pretty destroyed. Or is this Karakurt / Boyan? Boom. Yeah, it dead. What was it before I destroyed it? It was the Vishny Vorichok. I can't Russian, as you can tell. Obviously we've pummeled it a bit harder than we had to probably. But the thing is though, so in real life you would have a better idea of what you were shooting. I think that's pretty much a given. But yeah, let's do one last push, and then we can start sending people home. Got a random B1 Lance just on its way to target. Heading to waypoint, cool. He's yeah. We'll just pull him off and turn him to the south. VF-103, we'll put him over the middle of the thing just to act as a radar guide for us. Overall, I'm not going to go back to our ships. Our ships I thought would play more of a role than this than they did. But you can see Task Force 69 still being protected by the EXs. Untouched. Absolutely untouched. These were the sort of the lead ships, Type 45 in there. We've gone through a lot of our rounds, and to be honest, without the air power, this would have been a different story. But, you know, it just goes to show air power makes a big difference. I think, overall, you know, the Russians, I don't think... I guess you'd probably end up transferring aircraft from sort of the north to your Tu-95s, that kind of manoeuvre, parked at this end of the Black Sea, fire missiles off and run away bravely. But I just, yeah. Overall, they are, you know, the Russians, or Russian air power in this sense, is just not as effective as it would like to be. And I think, you know, we'd effectively, if I decided to model Russian cap and Russian defensive air power, then I'd just add NATO cap, and NATO cap at the moment would win. Um, you know, the well, I think would win given they're going to have better access to weapons, better access to available aircraft, because the Russian Air Force is slugging itself to pieces fighting in Ukraine right now, right? It's not anything to do with, piling on the Russians or anything like that. I think like I say that right now, the Russian air power just isn't what we think it is. In terms of us as gamers being like, oh, SU-27. No, it's stuff games can't really model. I'll give you an example. Probably the best military in the world for logistics, the US military, when they did the Kabul airlift, or the Afghan airlift, they basically they surged capacity, but then they had to stand all the aircraft down to make sure that everything was working, get everything back safe. Okay, if you're in a war situation like we're in here, would you say fuck it? We'll take broken aircraft, probably. But at the same time, I just think overall it will be a null sum game. Why am I? Oh, there you go. My mic just wasn't working there. Apologies for that. If I was cutting out, I am sorry. Right, first wave of the last Laurasms coming in. After that, I'm just going to call it, and if something survives, congratulations. We'll have to want to tell the tale, quite frankly. Which this one in the south may survive, but we'll see. These, you can see that's quite, so the thicker the green lines, the more rounds are being fired at them. We'll see what happens here. But we've got lots of sunken out ships here. Even now, this is a death blow. So even if all the missiles sort of Thanos snapped out of existence, I don't think the Black Sea Fleet would recover. Or certainly within sort of months, it will be a years kind of thing. We've put all the effective VLS capacity, barring obviously the subs, but subs are just a pointless way to do VLS. In terms of the way Russia's fighting in Ukraine right now. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Pause. Gap. Oh, look. Look, there's just no missiles at this point. Oh, one missile's gone. Yeah, no, there's no point in being here, and just turned off and gone for a different target. I like that. So that missile's turned off. What's it targeting? It's targeting the 2038. Cool. I mean, there's a massive rate of fire going for this Grigorovich. And then you've got Snam. Now, they're in very close formation, but good, I don't think it's going to simulate one destroying the others. But it's just a big radar blob. Flommity schlommity schlom. The main gun is firing, but it's not achieving much. Also, look, that ship's coming after us, but it's not realised there's a missile on it yet. So, or is it that one there? I'm going to pause just to check where I'm at for that other missile. I'm really taxing the game here. Like, look, it's stutter. Look, I think we're going to hit first. This is the pace that feels more realistic in my head, but I trust the game's modelling, obviously. But this would be a ship out of commission. Blammo. Pause. And did that one make it? No, it's missed. Oh, it's going in for a re-attack. So it's bitten off on chaff. Meow. Is it going to re-attack? Oh, it's... Oh. Uh-oh. Look at how just... Oh, fuck, the Krivakis. Gecko's after us. Gecko's probably going to get it. Like, this is not a difficult... Yeah, I was going to say, it's not a difficult target to hit that at all. Fair enough. But Grigorovich is down. The corpse of the Grigorovich is being targeted by more stuff. Hopefully it'll sink quite quickly. Oh no, it's the Essen. The Admiral Essen. It's a Grigorovich class, but it's the Admiral Essen. You got Grigorovich and Makarov still to go. That's the first Grigorovich to be sunk, though. Just look at this mass of rounds coming in. I think that they're about to get overwhelmed. Heck, I'm about to get overwhelmed. So we'll go double. Chaff clouds are back out already. I think we'll have to stay on this for now. As our perspective. So obviously the blue dots are the Lorazms. Red diamonds are the ships. This is taking a while tonight. I'm back at work tomorrow. I don't want to go. No, work tomorrow's going to be fine. I'm sitting spy. Oh. Right. I reckon this will be the first group to hit, so we'll just ride these then. See, the ships are just sinking out. You've got Seaways going off. But it's too late. You can't stop all of them. This looks like another Grigorovich, I believe. Oh no, it was a Mercury. That's a frigate. Boop. Okay, Buyan's down. This is in terminal phase, I guess. Krivak's about to bite the butt, but bite the dust. Kablam. Pause. And lastly, well, 3 more ships to go after this, but, you know. Another Grigorovich. This time it's the Admiral Makarov. We'll watch from his perspective. Just massive weight of fire again. Nothing they can do. So now, this guy is going to start sinking his sink soon. So hopefully he sinks, again, let's just look at the side of the damage there. Hopefully he sinks and doesn't get pummeled and take more missiles. But overall, we've got some contact. We'll just fast forward time, see what happens. Because like obviously the target against that at the moment, but the Grigoroviches are down. There's 3 ships left standing. But again, this Grigorovich is sinking, so there'll be no radar cross-section for him. So hopefully it'll just find a new target. So that's one of the things I much prefer about Sea Power over DCS. In DCS, regardless of what you do, the you know, if a missile gets bites off on chaff, whatever, it just goes stupid and flies off into infinity. Anti-ship missiles will re-attack, as you can see. I don't know what that MEGA contact is. I want to know. I'm probably going to be the first one to get hit, so that's probably going to be the most interesting one to see, because I think everything else we've experienced so far. So we'll just ride. Sorry guys, there we go. So you can see smoke coming out off the water from fires burning underneath and bubbling out. But overall, picture's clear. I really hope these don't target the life rafts. There we go, right. There we go, there we go, there we go. I coughed, that's why I'm muting myself, in case you wondered. I've been sitting on my bum for like 2.5 hours to record this battle. Don't be surprised with I'm going a little bit loopy by the end of it. And close range a bit more. And then what's that sound? That just, I think that was just the sound engine freaking out. The missile's maneuvering around us. Oh, the missile splashing into the corpse of the Essen. Oh, it's another Nanuchka. Being trailed by one final fleet oiler. RIP. Okay. What's the... Oh, let's... I don't think I put a random amount of fleet oilers in, but like... That's a fleet oiler as well. So I guess the Nanuchka's last combatant. So this is the last surface combatant in the Black Sea. Oh. Nanuchka, I can wish you only the fairest in love and war. Oh, you're defending yourself. Somewhat impressive. But alas... Blam. Nanuchka 3. So that is the end. Okay, no, that's the flag of the USSR, but still, that's quite funny. That's just, the damage model hasn't deleted that with it. But alas, it's going to be a sink out. Guys, abandon ship. If you're not dead. But no, everyone can RTB now. Whilst legally the fleet oilers may still be alive. Yeah, they're not. They're on fire. They're on fire. What I'll do, I'm going to do a jump cut. We'll see you guys in a mo when I've tidied up the battle a bit. So there we go. I've told all the aircraft where to go now. They're all going to fly off home and do their thing. But overall, that was a ton of fun. I'm really glad that we managed to do that today. I'll do this mission, I should say, today. And I'm glad we were able to rerun it. So it just shows, I think, organisation and air power make a massive difference. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video this evening. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.